Good morning, everybody. Please be seated. Welcome to Rochester Cathedral for today's ceremony, and an especially warm welcome to our graduating classes of both 2020 and 2021. The ceremony will shortly begin with the entry of the academic and Chancellor's processions, but before that, I just have a few announcements. Firstly, to those who are being presented, please ensure you remain in the seat allocated to you when you were seated, and you stay in that order when you move to be presented. I promise we'll read out the right names if you stay in the right order. We would suggest that you wear a face covering while you're moving around to be presented, but then remove it as you cross the stage. The Vice-Chancellor will shake your hand, and if you'd prefer not to shake hands, then please indicate to her before you approach the stage by just touching your shoulders. There is hand sanitizer available just before you approach the stage. After your presentation, you will walk down the centre of the cathedral and back to your seats, where please you can stay until the end of the ceremony. Guests, you are of course welcome to applaud each presentee as they cross the stage. The only thing we would request is that, especially being as it's been a while for some of them, you do so loudly and with enthusiasm. After the ceremony, graduates will join their guests at a marquee in the rear of the cathedral, where you will be offered a celebratory drink and the opportunity to meet friends and colleagues. Toilet facilities are available in that area, as well as public toilets, which are located opposite the Corn Exchange. In the unlikely event of an incident requiring evacuation, can I bring your attention to the emergency exits located at the rear and the side of the cathedral. If an incident does occur, the duty verger will coordinate the evacuation. Please follow the directions by stewards so that everyone can proceed quickly and safely to the muster point, which is located opposite the cathedral in the moat of the castle. The moat is empty, don't worry. Could you please turn off or put on silent any mobile phones and electronic devices? Thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Our ceremony will now commence with the entry of the academic and Chancellor's processions. Please remain seated. Please be seated. Distinguished guests, the Chancellor of the University of Greenwich, Lord Boateng of Achim and Wembley.
Good morning, and it's my great pleasure as Chancellor of the University to welcome you this morning, to welcome you all, graduates, family, friends, faculty, to this wonderful cathedral. And isn't it wonderful? It's a monument to structural engineering, designed to promote awe and wonder at the beauty of God's creation, but also, and importantly, to promote aspiration. And today is a day about aspiration. Aspiration for the future of our graduates. But we begin, don't we, with thanks. Thanks above all, which I give on behalf of the wider community as Chancellor, to you, family and friends of the graduates. Because without you and your effort, they wouldn't be here today. Also, and importantly, thanks to the faculty, whose teaching, whose encouragement, whose commitment to the students has brought them as graduates to where they are today. So it's welcome and thanks. But welcome and thanks at a particular time, a time in which everyone has been stretched, but no one more so than the graduates. Because to graduate in the midst of a global pandemic, to have studied as they have studied, amidst all the challenges of these times, is a remarkable achievement. To do so as they have done with the need to improvise, to turn a sports hall into a place where you could do practical work. Now, that's something well worth celebrating. And it's a mark of their achievement. We've never needed this group of graduates. We've never needed you as a world more than at this particular time, when we need to rebuild. We need to re-engineer. We need to create a better world in which your skills can be utilized. So, we celebrate and we give thanks. And I'm going to ask you all to do that in a particular way this morning. Just as this great cathedral is a shout out to the wonders of God's creation, I want us to shout out in celebration and appreciation of these graduates, and I want them to shout out in celebration and appreciation of you, friends, family, faculty. And we're going to do that in a particular way. I was born in Hackney, but I was brought up in Ghana, in West Africa. And in our oral tradition, we have a particular way of celebrating achievement and giving thanks for that. And it's a call out and a response. So from you as graduates, I want to hear you call out this word, Aiko. A bit louder than that. Aiko. Great. And from you all, as friends and family, in appreciation of what your graduates have achieved, you reply, Yai. See, they're good. They're seriously good. The first time. Once more. Great. And we're going to do that 3 times. So, graduates. Yeah, well done.
The Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the Faculty of Engineering and Science, Professor Martin Snowden.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, academic colleagues, distinguished guests, graduates. As the Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the Faculty of Engineering and Science, I too would like to add my warmest welcome to everyone gathered here today. As the Chancellor said, this is a truly special environment and it's a great place to hold a graduation ceremony. It reminds us of the university's 130-year-old history as a seat of learning, which we take enormous pride in. This heritage is one of high standards of teaching, research, enterprise, and it's the reason why more than 38,000 students from across the world come and study with us every year. We continue to enrich our legacy every year. There are so many examples of wonderful achievements from the last 2 years in the Faculty of Engineering and Science. To name but a few, NRI and the wider faculty were awarded recently a multi-million-pound grant for the funding of Growing Kent and Medway, an initiative focused on strengthening Britain's horticulture, food, drink and industries through research, innovation and enterprise. A consortium of 9 UK universities and research institutes, led by our very own Natural Resources Institute, was awarded a prestigious grant to create a centre for doctoral training, focused on delivering the next generation of interdisciplinary food system thinkers. The School of Engineering has this past year had several programmes re-accredited by the Joint Board of Moderators. Now this is an important badge of quality which allows our graduates in due course to go on to achieve chartered engineer status and after a period of professional experience. Mechanical engineering, for example, has achieved a very creditable 11th place in the Guardian Subject League Table very recently. And last, but certainly not least, in order to allow as many students as possible to maximise their practical work, as the Chancellor mentioned, we as a faculty had to adapt a lot to the COVID crisis. And it was important that we allowed our students to undertake as much laboratory work and hands-on work in the laboratories as possible. So we adapted a sports hall, we created an ad hoc laboratory. It allowed social distancing to take place, and that innovation, although it sounds relatively simple, allowed an awful lot of students to gain an awful lot of experience, and we won an award for that innovation from the University of Lyons. At the University of Greenwich, we know that you, our students, are outstanding, and that you have endless potential, and you are able to achieve extraordinary things. I hope that during the time that you've spent with us, you've felt inspired and empowered to do all the things that you wish to. I would now like to mention just a few alumni who were sitting in your seats not so long ago. For example, Steve Malkin, who graduated from civil engineering and is now the Chief Executive Officer of the Planet Mark organisation, which is helping multiple organisations, including ours, to reduce the carbon footprint, to tackle climate change, and to create a thriving planet. There are many more examples of graduates who went on to become world leaders, Nobel Prize winners, influential campaigners, musicians, business owners, and we celebrate those in our Greenwich Portraits series. So I, along with everyone at the university, are looking forward with interest to see how your careers develop. I know that graduating during a global pandemic is daunting, but I have full faith that in each and every one of you, you will go on to do amazing things. I just want you to remember the famous saying that smooth seas don't make good sailors. With your wide-ranging experience and the university's outstanding employability record, you are fully prepared for the next big challenge. For today and for the future, I offer you my very best wishes and sincere congratulations on your achievement. I conclude by drawing on the words of Nelson Mandela, who said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Graduates of 2020 and 2021, go on and change the world. We all look forward to seeing how you shape the world for the better for the future. Thank you and very well done.
Greenwich Students' Union Officer, Attica Ayub.
Hello everyone, and welcome. It's so wonderful to see so many faces here in support of our wonderful graduates, and above all, the beaming faces of the stars themselves, the graduating class of 2020 and 2021. My name is Attica, and I am the Greenwich Students' Union President for the academic year 21-22. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am delighted and honoured to stand here and share in this joyous occasion that is your graduation. A day where we get to look back and savour the journey that you have all been on over the last few years to get yourself here. The highs and the lows, the late nights and the early mornings, and the dreadfully long hours. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you twice that these past 19 months have been especially taxing. Pursuing a university education is challenging at the best of times, let alone with a global pandemic in the backdrop. But you know what? You showed the most inspiring resilience. Your resolve to perform whatever the trials thrown at you has been incredible. It hasn't been easy. The screen-tired eyes, the cabin fever, the... Excuse me, sorry, Jenny, I think you might be on mute. Do you mind just turning on your mic for a sec? And even on a non-academic level, this period has been a difficult one. We might have fallen ill or witnessed those near us fall ill. We might have struggled to make sense of it all, and we might have missed the company of those we love. But time and time again, you showed up. You jumped over those hurdles and brought your A game. You did that. So go ahead and give yourselves the biggest round of applause. Although you did do all of the hard work yourselves, we of course can't forget those who helped you get here. A round of applause for the academic and support staff of the faculty who worked tirelessly for your benefit. Thank you for your time, your patience, and your impressive adaptability in the face of the uncertainty that accompanied this pandemic. Your efforts did not go unnoticed. You have faith in us and our capabilities when at times we fail to have it in ourselves. You are absolute stars, and on behalf of the entire student body, I thank you. You've made this journey possible. Some noise, please, for your peers. They shared in your experience and helped you stay on track. They unmuted their mics and said something, anything, that killed that awkward MS team silence. And that is true heroism. Thank you for your camaraderie. You made this journey a lot less lonely. And most importantly, your friends and family, those here today. Thank you for being the cheerleaders on the sidelines. Thank you for the countless words of encouragement, the cups of tea you brought us when we were pulling those all-nighters, and always reminding us why we started this in the first place. You made this journey possible. So let's give a round of applause to those here today, those watching online, and those who can't be with us. You know what? It has been a tough few years. It really has. But you kept going. You had an end goal in sight, and not even a global pandemic can stop you from sitting here and wearing those fancy little hats. Let this victory always serve as a reminder that you can overcome. And what's more, you will. As someone who's yet to finish her degree, standing here and looking at all of you in your triumphant glory, and knowing this triumph was achieved despite the chaos of the past 19 months, you've inspired me. You really, really have. You remind me that I too can put on my big girl shoes and set out what I came to do here by coming to Greenwich in the first place. However many years ago, you walked in through those University of Greenwich gates with the aim of becoming someone or doing something spectacular. And to that dream today, you've never been closer. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say I cannot wait to see all of the incredible things you go on to do. Your next steps will send you off in all sorts of directions, but remember, you will always be welcome here. As alumni, you are now part of an ever-growing network of wonderful minds who are shaping the world around them. You have so much to offer the world. Enrich it with your newfound skills and knowledge, with the fighting spirit you've shown yourself to have. Enrich it with your uniqueness, enrich it with you. I will end by saying how amazing it is to be part of this generation who beat adversity, overcame so many pressures, and kept their optimism for a better tomorrow. You will go on to shape your own path and do the most amazing things, and we will continue being so, so proud of you all as we are today. Now go out into the world and do some awesome stuff. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, I now call upon Dr. David Armocellu to present to you award holders from the Faculty of Engineering and Science.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present you award holders from the Faculty of Engineering and Science. Graduating from the 2019-2020 academic year, for the degree of Master of Science, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Lydian Chuba Nubon Labaga. Charles Andrew Nichols. For the degree of Master of Science, Global Oil and Gas Management, Cassandra Oluwatosin Abalaji. Wesley Kujuwu Esenweri. For the degree of Master of Science, Global Shipping Management, Nikolaj Georges. Joseph Moritik. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Business Administration with Accounting and Finance, Valentina Chirita. Jade Amy Dowsett. Sharad Allen Johnson. Simbarashi Leroy Ambanelli. Emma Simmons. Jordan Smith. Francesca Vassell. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Business Administration with Marketing, Amifa Akosia Ajay Badu. Nahir Hussain. Gurpreet Lal. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Computer Engineering, David Luke John Gorin. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Computer Engineering Extended, James Cosmorrow. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Design, Innovation and Entrepreneurship Extended, Professor Chancellor. Sam James Connolly. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Richard J. Adcock. Joseph Edward Hagan. Callum Pears. Ashley Arthur Smith, who also receives the Faculty of Engineering Science Prize for Best Overall Performance Stage, Final Stage, Electrical, Electronic and Computing Related Programs. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering Extended, Benjamin William Ecott. Bikash Thapa. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Engineering Technology, Kieran Richard Michael Smith. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Industrial Engineering Extended, Clarence Joris Comia. And from previous academic year, for the higher National Certificate, Electrical Engineering studied at Mid-Kent College, Bradley Stephen Ray. Graduating from the 2020-21 academic year, for the degree of Master of Science, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Dikshant Jain. Siddiqui Anwar Mohammed. For the degree of Master of Science, Electrical Power Engineering, Uma Salim Chima. Padam Kunwa. Nadeem Rashid Khan Mohammed, who also receives the Faculty of Engineering Science Prize for Best MSc Overall Performance. Krima Milikumar Patel. For the degree of Master of Science, Global Shipping Management, Alessandra Likos. For the postgraduate diploma, Global Shipping Management, Selma Nayo Victorini Goedes. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Business Administration, Gail Catherine Toombs. Kiran Dimitrios Tuzlaki. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Business Administration with Accounting and Finance, Jutva Nell. Salanjit Kaur. Cheryl Kokoa Stevens. And Noshem Toranam. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Business Administration with Marketing, Sandy Bance. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Civil Engineering, studied at the Royal School of Military Engineering, Michael Peter Bailey. Stephen Andrew Cotton. Robin Samuel Craig, who also receives the University of Greenwich Merit Award for Outstanding Achievement. Karl-Heinz Crowley. Alexander James Noble. And Andrew James Shackelford. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Computer Engineering, Reagan James Smith. Muhammad Jafar Hassan Tufail. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Computer Engineering Extended, Ravi Kumar. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Design, Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Shruti Krishna Radhakrishnan. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Mohammed A.H.R. Arashradi. Sarah Ruth Crocker. Reese Stephen Davis. Roman John Jones Allen. Gladys Uwu. Isaac Bright Owusu Kobia. Thomas Patrick Unthank, who also received the Institution of Engineering and Technology Prize for highest overall mark achieved, Stage 3 performance. For the degree of Engineering, Electrical Electronic Engineering Extended, Nathan Arnold. Andre Jason Marcellin. Marius Nicholas. Jonathan Bamilaku Terefe. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering Technology, Marcus Gray. Oliver David Harrison. Nathri Mazloom. And Aaron Thomas Ryan. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Engineering Technology, Billy Feathers. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Industrial Engineering, Ahmed Araf M. Al-Mubarak. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Industrial Engineering Extended, Mohammed Dandini. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical and Building Services Engineering, studied at the Royal School of Military Engineering, David Asadi. Sheikh Al Gurang. Binod Rai. And BJ Shrifa. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Information Technology Management for Business, what is John Paul Lemon. Salvador Amadeus Leonardo Rai. For the degree of Master of Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Hongyu Pang, who, wait for it, who also receives the Faculty of Engineering and Science Prize for Best Overall Performance Final Stage, Electrical, Electronic and Computing Related Programs. And finally, but no means least, one more. For the Foundation Degree Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Daniel Nathan Hughes. Thank you. And finally, but no means least, for the degree of Master of Science, Global and Oil and Gas Management, Nelson Ogig Paseni. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the list of award holders from the Faculty of Engineering and Science.
Vice-Chancellor, I call upon you to confer the awards.
Now I come to the formal part of the ceremony, but before I do, can I ask all of our wonderful graduates, who are no longer graduands, but graduates, to stand up, please? And let's give them all a big round of applause. Well done. Stay standing for a second. Now, by virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of the University of Greenwich, I confer upon all those who've been presented the title, award, and honours to which you are entitled. In other words, you are now graduates. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Now, I'm just going to ask you to stay standing for a few minutes, and you'll see why in a few minutes. So if you could just stay there. But as the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Greenwich, it is my absolute honour and privilege to congratulate all of our wonderful graduates today, formally, on their amazing achievements. And today really is a day of celebration. And I can't tell you how fantastic it is to actually be here in person, and I'm sure you'll agree, in this amazing cathedral. What a setting to graduate in. Now, it's also a time when we reflect on all those who've helped you, on your families and your friends. And they will have supported you, so in some cases financially, but almost certainly emotionally. And I do know that what you'd really like to do now is to show your appreciation. Now, yesterday, we had the School of Pharmacy, and they made a lot of noise. And I did say to them that you couldn't lift the roof off the cathedral, but they had a pretty good go. But I reckon you could do even better. So, are you ready to really show? And remember, some people are listening online, so they'll need to listen really hard. Are you ready to really show your appreciation? Yep, off you go. Okay, stay standing. Stay standing. Not bad for a first attempt. Right, I think they can do better. Do you, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. Now, remember, you can stamp your feet, you can holler, you can clap, but I think you can do better. Off you go. Now, I was told I'd never get engineering students to make a lot of noise. I think I've been proved wrong. That's fantastic. Well done. You can all sit down now. Now, graduation marks the end of an important part of your lives and the beginning of the next. And I really want you to enjoy this moment. As the Chancellor said earlier, do take some time to pause, to reflect, and to recognise the journey that you took to where you are today. Many of you, we know, will have juggled multiple responsibilities, cared for your families, worked, and all of you have persevered throughout a global pandemic. And despite all of the challenges that life has thrown at you, you're here today and you're graduating. So what I say to you is you have every right to be absolutely incredibly proud of your achievements, incredibly proud of your resilience, and incredibly proud of the determination that you've shown. And always remember that. Give yourselves time to reflect on the really lovely memories that you have, the friends that you've made, the skills that you've gained, and each and every one of your achievements. And over the next few weeks, find a few moments to actually write those down. So whenever in life you need to remember those, you've got them at hand to look at and refer to. Now, throughout the last year, the University of Greenwich has also had some really wonderful achievements. The University of Greenwich ranked 11th worldwide in the category of reducing inequalities. And in a society right now where we really need to be actually addressing those important matters, I'm very proud of the university for that. We became the top modern London university for graduate prospects, and we kept our first-class rating by the People and Planet University League for our environmental and ethical performance. And a lot of that is because of our wonderful students who are sat there, who've pushed us, who've said to all of us, you can go further and faster than you are. And the strategy that we've just had signed off by our governors really puts sustainability and inclusivity at the heart of what we do. The university was awarded a prestigious Queen's Anniversary Prize for Higher and Further Education for the Natural Resource Institute's innovative research on sustainable pest management. And we've also continued to play our part in the response to the coronavirus crisis by donating PPE. We had students and staff who went back to work in the NHS and supported also with the vaccinations. And we've had a huge number of students and staff who volunteered their time in a whole variety of ways. And they've made a really genuine difference to people's lives. And I thank everyone who did that because it's been really significant. Now, graduates, whilst right now the next stage of your life may feel extremely daunting, stay calm, stay focused, and always remember what you have to offer. Always be the best version of yourself. The university has prepared you for this. You've had lots of opportunities to work in teams, to adapt to new situations, to solve problems, to do research, and to be real change makers. And I have absolutely no doubt that you're ready for what lies ahead. You will be fantastic. Just keep on learning as much as you can, and always remember to look after your mental and physical health. Now, as you take this next step towards your future, be confident, be proud, be caring, and above all, aim high. Take inspiration from those who've gone before you and those who are sitting next to you. And can you just, for a few moments, have a look around at each other? Turn back, sides. Yeah, you having a good look? What you're looking at are future CEOs, future leaders, future change makers, and you're there, sat there right now. Remember that. Now, I'd now like to recognise our wonderful staff at the university. A university is nothing without its staff. It doesn't exist without staff. And many of these staff have supported our students throughout their journey with us. And what I'd like to do is to ask all of the staff who are here, academic staff, professional service staff, administrative staff, to stand up, please, and to make yourselves visible. Can you stand up? Martin, can you stand up? Thank you. And you started already, well done. And what I was going to ask you all to do is to join me in thanking the Pro-Vice-Chancellor, his senior team, and each and every member of staff of the University of Faculty who've done everything they can to support the students and really to make the university what it is, which is a wonderful, friendly, caring and supportive place to be. So I thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. You may sit down there. Graduates, as of today, you have joined a global alumni network community, and it's now over 250,000 strong. And really, for all of you, I'd say that more than ever, this community is an incredibly powerful resource to lean on. And they, along with the university, are really here to help you as you progress in your career. And also, what it gives you is full access to the Employability and Careers Service for up to 2 years after you've completed your studies. And I'd really encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to sign up to Ask Alumni. And that's where you can connect with fellow alumni. You can create really great professional networks. And also, they can help you to seek out career insights that will help you on your career journey. Now, on behalf of the University of Greenwich, I wish you all huge congratulations for your wonderful successes. I'm really excited to hear what your future holds. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, that completes this morning's presentation of successful award holders of the University of Greenwich. Would guests please remain seated until the processions have left the cathedral? Guests will then be directed to meet with graduates, academics and the processions for refreshments. Please adhere to instructions given by stewards to enable a smooth exit from the cathedral. Thank you for your attention, and one more time, congratulations.